Welcome to Daily Current Affairs series. Today we will discuss about 24th current affairs. Myself Sunny Sandeep. Welcome to my channel Gear Up for Group 1 exam. Let us discuss the current affairs. The first one, Karnataka gives Devanahalli Chakota wings. What is this Devanahalli Chakota? It is a type of citrus fruit. This is also known as Chakota, Devanahalli Pamola. This is famously known as Chakota. What is this famous for? It is endowed with a unique taste and flavor. This Devanahalli Chakota have geographical indication. Why I have taken this particular current affairs? Why? Because if you observe previous question papers, a question is asked on this geographical indication tag. That's why I have taken this current affairs. We have to concentrate on particular items who have that geographical indication tag, that is GI tag. After this, Karnataka government, that Karnataka Horticultural Department is set to provide the plant to interstate farmers who are interested in to plant these type of Chakota fruits. This Karnataka Horticulture Department is giving to boost them. Apart from this Karnataka Horticultures, there is a Bengaluru International Airport Limited, that is BIAL. This limited also cultivating these fruits, that is Chakota fruits. We have to remember Chakota, that is a type of citrus fruit. It have GI tag. Next one, DRDO develops mobile virology lab. We are seeing in our country day by day cases are increasing, that is COVID-19 cases are increasing. For that, antibody test kits required, RT-PCR test kits required. For our government, ICMR is proposing some plasma therapy also. For that, plasma therapy is required. DRDO develops mobile virology lab. This virology lab will carry out COVID-19 diagnosis and virus culturing for various therapies, that is plasma therapies. The MVRGL means Mobile Virology Research and Diagnostic Lab, is the combination of two levels, that is Biosafety Level 3 and Biosafety Level 2, BSL 3 and BSL 2. This MVRGL can process 1000 to 200 samples in a day. Whether these laboratories comply with standards of WHO, that is World Health Organization, and ICMR, that is Indian Council of Medical Research. Absolutely, these laboratories comply with biosafety standards of WHO and ICMR. Next one, RBI to restart Operation Twist to manage yields. First, we have to know what is Operation Twist. Before going to Operation Twist, we have to know about what are the open market operations. Open market operations is purchase and sale of government bonds in a bid to soften long-term yields. What are the long-term yields? To soften them, purchase and sale of goods is required. Now, central bank, that is RBI, will buy 1000 crore of bonds maturing between 2026 and 2030 and sell the same amounts of T-bills. What is T-bills? That is treasury bills, that is 91 days, 182 days, 364 days. These operations like purchase and sale of government bonds comes under open market operations. These operations is known as Operation Twist. For what these RBI is starting Operation Twist? This will aid monetary transmission by promoting banks to pass an interest rate cut benefits to their customers. Suppose if I want to take a loan, first I will see the rate of interest, whether it is 8 point or 9 point or 10 point. If it is lower, I will take loan from that bank. If suppose SBI is giving 11 percentage of 11 percentage for a housing loan. If Union Bank is giving 10.75%, I will go to the Union Bank. This will aid monetary transmission, that will cut the interest rate. This is known as Operation Twist. Next one, Iran vows to hit back if threatened. There is a battle between two countries, that is Iran and US, regarding Persian of Gulf. The Guard Chief says US warships will be destroyed if security of Gulf is imperiled. Security of the Persian Gulf is a part of Iran's strategic priorities. We are seeing here two major countries, that is Iran and US. There is a word, that is international waters. In that international waters, we can deploy our navy ships into that. Like that, US Navy ships into international waters of Iran. Some navies also in that international waters also belongs to Iran country. What are the countries surrounding Persian Gulf? Please look at the right side of the picture. There are different countries are surrounded by Persian Gulf. That is first one Iraq, Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Oman and Iran. Persian Gulf is sandwiched between major countries Iran and Saudi Arabia. That is a Persian Gulf is a waters. There is a Strait of Hormuz is between Persian Gulf and Gulf of Oman. These are the international waters. Iran is famous for oil exports. These oil exports are from Persian Gulf to Strait of Hormuz, after that Gulf of Oman, after that Indian Ocean waters. For that, in that Persian Gulf, US installed his navy ships. There is a war between these two countries, that is US and Iran, about naval ships. That Guard Chief is saying, if our country's security is in peril state, we will destroy your US warships. That is the concept we have to understood. Here, don't focus on what are the condition between Iran and US. You please concentrate on Persian Gulf, Strait of Hormuz and Gulf of Oman. Now there is a trend in UPSC exams, that is what are the countries surrounding a sea or ocean or these type of gulfs, that is Persian Gulf. He will give question like this: which country is not surrounded by Persian Gulf? Suppose India, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Oman. We have to choose India as a not surrounded country of Persian Gulf. Not that much easy. For your convenience I am telling. Next one, repo action gets poor response. We have seen that last week RBI is given credit 1 lakh crore credit to banking sector, that is non-banking financial companies. Apart from banks, that is NBFC, that is non-banking financial company, and to some research developments, that is NABARD and NHB and SIDBI, Small Industries Development Bank of India, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, National Housing Bank. 50,000 crore is allocated to NBFCs and remaining 50,000 crores allocated to NFG, National Housing Bank, NABARD and SIDBI. Now we will discuss about 50,000 crores. In that divided into two auctions, that is 25,000 crore is for one auction and remaining 25,000 crore is for another auction. In that there is a TLTRO is there. The first action of the second tranche of RBI's TLTRO. What is TLTRO? Targeted long-term repo operations. This is meant to liquidity support to NBFCs, non-banking financial companies. There is a action conducted by RBI. In that banks have to participate. But if you have seen, the RBI received 14 bids worth 12,850 crores against notified amount of 25,000 crores. This may indicate a reluctance on the part of banks to lend NBFCs. Here we will see limited participation by banks in TLTRO 2.0, that is targeted long-term repo operations, clearly highlights the bank's reluctance to lend the mid-size and small NBFCs and MFIs, that is mutual fund institutions, in the current situation. In this pandemic situation, banks are unable to invest or lend to NBFCs. That's why they bid low. That is almost 12,850 crores only. Next one, I promised to make every state's national park. Today we will discuss what are the important national parks in Mizoram. That is Nengpui Wildlife Sanctuary, Khawlang Wildlife Sanctuary, Pangpui National Park, Toltang Wildlife Sanctuary, Langtang Wildlife Sanctuary. These are the important national parks in Mizoram. Please read it once again. Nengpui Wildlife Sanctuary, Khawlang Wildlife Sanctuary, Pangpui National Park, Toltang Wildlife Sanctuary, Langtang Wildlife Sanctuary. These are the 5 important national parks in Mizoram. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to my channel. Gear up for Group 1 exam. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.